The General Store on 24 in Lewis.
Here we go. Question of the day, relationship topics. You ever need anything discussed, need some advice, you can always email us.
Jessica, power1017.com.
Dear Bill and Jess, my girlfriend's inability to hold a job has me questioning our future.
Oh, boy.
Should I get out of this relationship while I can?
Yes.
My girl has me questioning our future based on facts that she can't hold a simple 15 to 20 hour a week summer job. Our relationship is 4 years old. I've been supporting her for the whole length. A year ago, she decided that she was going to college for nursing. While supportive, I'm worrisome because she's never been able to hold even a summer job for more than a month and a half without quitting out of nowhere. When she does work, she's miserable, emotional, and acts like working 2 to 3 days a week is making her extremely depressed. I have a bad feeling when she does graduate that she'll not be working for long before quitting and continuing to do nothing. I work 50 to 60 hours a week and try to explain to her that we have to work to get ahead while we're young and start saving for retirement, which she has no savings of any sort. I feel like I'm in a situation I need to get out of before my whole life becomes working, so she doesn't have to. I feel like I deserve someone as driven and ambitious as I am, and she needs to grow up. The trickiest part is that we live together. Please help.
I mean, I feel him. He wants somebody, with the same goals, ambitious, driven. I was on board when he said she was going to do the nursing school, but then he said she can't.
She's doing the nursing school.
There's some history there where, she's not consistent. She only keeps a job for a month and a half. She leaves abruptly. What's going on there?
I know people who I've been very close with in the past. I mean, I know people who can't hold a job, and I don't understand why.
Wow.
They jump from job to job to job to job, and it's always the job's fault. Okay, it's always something.
Like someone else's fault.
Yeah. Well, they cut my position, or I got a better offer somewhere, or I was just tired of dealing with my boss. Well, they weren't paying me enough, and I just got sick of the drama. There's always
different reasons, different excuses.
Yeah, but they would quit with nothing.
See, I'm just not built that way. I've never been that way.
I
don't
know.
even know how. I've been
One
working
time.
since I was 14.
I know, me too. 13. I was 13.
So I just don't know anything else.
Gassing up jet skis and
Nice.
washing jet skis.
Okay.
13 years old and hosing out the bathroom.
That was your first job.
Yeah.
Mine was at a jewelry store.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I kept that job for all the way through high school.
Well, I worked at 13. I actually worked there a couple summers at Waterways in Ocean City. They got new owners now, if they're even still there. It was on 54th Street.
Okay.
And the people will come, but the boats will come up, and I gas them up, and I get tips. Besides making my $5 an hour, whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it was.
And when I got there in the morning, I had to sweep up the parking lot, and I had to hose out the bathroom.
Gosh.
So that was
Yeah.
And then
I know you had fun doing that.
and then I would wash the jet skis and help wash the boats
Yeah.
after they were being worked on by the mechanic.
Right.
Mechanic's name was Dave. I'll never forget that.
Mechanic Dave.
Yeah. And then I worked for Bernie. And I can't remember the other guy's name. But Bernie was the guy's name who I worked for.
Wow.
One of the owners. So, but then after that, I was a bellhop at Best Motels. The Beach Mark and the Tides
That's
Motel.
in Ocean City?
Not anymore.
It was.
They were.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're called something else now, but they're there. But
All right,
both
you
of
were a
those hotels
bellhop.
got sold. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, not carrying people's bags to the room, but a bellhop had a little different definition. A bellhop means do whatever's asked. Though the
right.
first thing I would do is
We
I go
call
in.
those housemen.
Well, there you go. I was a houseman.
He was a houseman.
I was a houseman. Back in the day, they called me a bellhop, but I was really a houseman.
Whatever they needed.
Yeah, so
Call the houseman.
in the morning, I'd be out there sweeping up cigarette butts out of the parking lot.
Right.
And then I would go around and help the
maintenance, laundry.
maintenance. Yeah.
Okay.
Laundry. I would take like the dirty laundry. I put them in a big thing and take them in and help housekeeping out with that. I take go walk around the whole building, do all the trash.
Yep.
That's-
Yeah, you were a houseman.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
job. And I actually worked there for many years doing that. Then I got into retail. and I worked at the Gap, and I worked at Nautica.
Mm-hmm.
And, I almost worked my way up to a manager at the Gap.
Right.
But
Oh, they were about to give him the keys and everything.
they were. I was almost about to be like a manager in training or become a manager. I got offered a manager position the same time I got offered a full-time in radio. The job in radio was $10,000 less
Uh-huh.
at
And
the
you
time.
And you went with it.
And I went with radio.
Yeah, you followed your heart. Yeah. Yep.
Never look back. Never thought about what if. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Why are you pausing like that? Wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Wait
just
a minute.
kidding.
You want my reaction?
No.
I'm like, wait a minute.
No. I wanted to follow my career. Absolutely. So, when you first out in radio, it doesn't pay a whole lot,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I went with what I love, and I haven't worked a day in my life. So,
Now I get it.
love
I get it.
Love it. But anyway, back to the email. He's with a girl, been with her for 4 years, and she can't hold a job, and he don't know what to do. Should he get out?
Wow.
Patricia texting in, send her away, cut her losses. Nursing school is expensive. Why pay for something she'll never use or is bad at? Alex says, you have your answer already. Get your exit strategy in order. If they cannot get their life together for themselves, they're not going to do it for you. Find a relationship that's more compatible and less draining. Let's see. Keenan texted in, leave before you think about marriage or even worse, getting her pregnant. She's literally showing you what your life is going to be like with her.
I wonder what's behind it, though, on why she is not motivated, why she doesn't keep a job, why she feels. I would never just walk out on a job, leave a job, not give notice at a job, burn
I
bridges.
did
I've never done that.
One time I did that. I said I was going to lunch and never came back.
Uh-huh.
And that was a dumb decision. I regret that.
I was going to say, do you regret it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But the person, let me just say something. The person that I work, and I don't regret any of my decisions looking back because I learned from them. So everything I went through,
Yeah.
I
there was a
learned from
purpose
it,
and you learned
and
from
that's
it.
why I'm where I
Yeah.
am today. But I did walk out of a radio station in Wilmington and never came back.
You just couldn't take it anymore?
No, the owner was the worst. So,
Yeah. I mean, were you in a situation where it just was not good?
correct.
Yeah.
But I was also immature when it came to making decisions and stuff. I'm still immature, but I was immature, when it came to like making big decisions
Yeah.
and stuff. And I was just like, F it, I'm out of here.
And you were gone.
Yeah, I went to the longest lunch ever.
Wow.
So that was it. 756 texting in. I don't understand it either. I've been working IT since I was 13 too. I wonder if she needs therapy. She could have an issue that they're not aware of, and now she gets cozy with him doing all the work. Not cool unless they have an understanding where she takes care of the other parts of their lives, which sounds like they don't. He definitely needs to address it with her and move on if she's not on board. 359 texting in. Send her to the Sugar Bar Hotel. I'll make her work all week. Yes. 302-858-5117. Have you ever been with someone who can't hold a job or doesn't work? What do you do in that situation? You need help, but this person just gets a job and then quits after a month. Cannot hold, not even a summer job.
Yeah. Not motivated.
What do you do?
Not stable.
All right. Help old dude out who wrote in. 302-858-5117. 754.
The Voice Radio Network and First State Community